On June 23, 2025, at approximately 12:45 p.m., the Orange County Sheriff's Office received a call from a woman stating her boyfriend had been smoking drugs and had held her against her will at knife point all night. Deputies responded to the scene, located at the Isles at East Millennia Apartments on Lake Fountain Drive. Upon arrival, they spoke to the woman, who confirmed her boyfriend had threatened her with a knife. The deputies determined they had probable cause to arrest the man for aggravated assault and that the woman was willing to prosecute. Over the next hour, deputies continued to communicate with the 57-year-old man, who was now barricaded inside the apartment. The victim, his girlfriend, was no longer in the apartment and out of danger. At approximately 2:45 p.m., deputies on scene requested a negotiator and SWAT team members to respond. While negotiations continued, SWAT team members positioned themselves around the apartment. At one point, the man came out of the room and moved towards deputies while armed with a knife. That's when two of our deputies fired their service weapons, striking the man. Paramedics, who were already on scene staging, transported the man to the hospital, where he later died. As is our standard procedure, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating the shooting and will turn over their findings to the State Attorney's Office for review. Once that process is complete, the Orange County Sheriff's Office will conduct its own internal investigation. The deputies who fired their service weapons are now on temporary paid administrative leave pending FDLE's initial review. And now I'll open it up for any questions.
Was the woman being held against her will all night long?
Yes.
How long was that?
I don't know the exact time it started, but from sometime from last night, overnight, until this morning, when about 12:45, when she got out and made a phone call.
And was she having a hard time getting out to call law enforcement?
She could not, from her standpoint, she could not get out. So she did not feel comfortable trying to leave.
Have you guys gotten calls out to this property before and about this individual before?
I don't have any information about the individual or how many calls were responded to, but we can get you that.
The man had a knife?
Yes, ma'am.
No other weapon?
Not that I know of at this point. So
And did he come charging close to the deputies and they felt like they had to fire? What was the situation there?
he started moving toward the deputies. He refused to comply with their instructions, and they felt like they needed to fire their weapons.
Not too long ago, we reported on, there was a weekend where a deputy got punched in the face multiple times. Someone tried to stab him and he hit his head on a bathtub faucet. I mean, can you talk about the dangers with this job and how your deputies are feeling?
I think we've had several shootings over the last couple of weeks that kind of illustrate how dangerous it is to be a deputy. Those last shootings, people attacked them with knives, they attacked them with fists. The same when the person is armed with a knife, our deputies are put in a very tricky situation where they have to make a split-second decision on whether to fire their weapon or save their own life or save the life of another person. So it is very, very challenging for our deputies out there.